My sister found a dead body. She visited me from Tucson, was walking with my son who was 12 at the time, and they came across a dead body. I thought, there's nothing in your middle-class Canadian upbringing that can prepare you for that kind of death rates. You know, 23 pedestrian deaths, 23 murders in Vancouver, and 200 drug overdoses. Like, hello? And it just, nobody seemed to notice, no one seemed to care. So I got it in my head that we could do a community organizing and get the drug users themselves to be the ones who are experts on how this could be prevented and what to do. What was particularly odd about Vandu is these were people that were unorganizable. You have people that are unhousable, and they're the same people. But that was the real interesting part about doing the work.
I'm an ex-convict, recovering drug addict, living in Vancouver's downtown east side. I've been here just over 4, going on 5 years. Been in recovery for about 3.5. Been a member of Vandu since pretty well I got down here, and there's all sorts of positions at Vandu, whether it's board members, coffee jobs, front desk. Volunteering is a very, very important part of recovery because it gives you a self-worth.
I've been a drug addict for many, many years. That's what brought me to Vancouver. The very first time I met Ann Livingston was through a friend of mine, Craig Gabriel. He told me that this lady's doing meetings in her house. I got to the meeting, I heard what they were talking about, I really enjoyed it, I was really interested, and I continued on.
The shock, both to the drug users, to the community, and in some ways to myself, was that, in fact, functionality is often something that's pulled forth from people as it's needed, rather than something that you can counsel them towards.
I know I've worked with Vandu for about 2 years. I started off just like everybody, coming in for the meetings and whatnot, and I just slowly met Ann and started working for her, and now I'm doing this.
The Alley Patrol at Vandu is a project that was started because there was a lot of needles on the ground. And, you know, believe it or not, there is kids in this neighborhood, and they go to schools and they go to whatnot. So Ann thought it'd be good if she got people out picking needles up off the ground.
It's called Mobile Needle Exchange. I pick up the ones even when they're in the wrapper, because some people just throw them away. I won't pick up this part if it's by itself, because there's a cleaning crew that'll do that. Pretty much anything with a point, because who knows, the wrong person could walk down here one day and by some dumb luck pick it up or step on it and get poked and get Hep C maybe, or if it's fresh enough you can get AIDS. So.
We do a lot of meetings with people in the neighborhood around drug use issues, but it expands into hepatitis, HIV, housing.
I actually, I've been here, like I said, going on 5 years, and I could probably count on one hand how many people I know that have their own washroom. And like I said, I have one, so housing is probably one of the most difficult things to find down here as the factor for getting clean. Housing, counseling, and a doctor. And then you get to find yourself.
One of the things was to just get people to understand that they're citizens who deserve to be treated with respect, no matter what their label is, no matter that they're addicted to drugs, no matter that they break the law. You don't lead a group of people. The group of people lead. So my job as an organizer is to go at the pace everyone's going at, because that's a successful movement.
She's really learned, I think, the value of just getting right to the point. It's just like she wants something, she's just going to walk in and be like, fuck you, we're going to get this done, and it's going to happen. Right? There's something very noble and inspiring about that. I've absorbed a lot of that since I've been here, and I'm taking that forward with me. I'm job sharing with Ann at the moment, I think under the assumption that eventually I'll be taking over.
Hello! Hello!
If you spend your life around people who all die, so I noticed it about the drug users when I met them, because they start to panic.
What's your favorite wine? I love cheese. I love cheese.
In this neighborhood, since I moved here 15 years ago, I bet you 5,000 people have died. The question being is, how upset should you get? How radical should you be if you know that people are dying?
When you get to a point where You know more people who are dead than who are alive. How do you even begin to process that when you have all this work to do?
Having made them an example to those who would live ungodly lives thereafter. And if he rescued righteous Lot, oppressed by the sensual conduct of the unprincipled